Got you! So you got trapped while trying to steal my treasure, eh? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Laverne Cavern, just a lonely cave witch who helps hapless heroes through the dark and deadly doom they've stumbled into. And what should I call you? Print up the t-shirts. So here's how it'll go. Each of you would-be adventurers. Fine, we won't take the scenic route into the abyss. So let's start with... which uniform do you think you'd look pretty attractive in? That's half your time. Excellent! Now the real work begins. In the first round, we want the 3 options that were the most popular with both groups. Moving up. Aw, you caved. Don't be concerned. Running out of torches doesn't mean it's over. At least, not yet. Good call. Well done. I haven't seen pics like that since the last NBA draft. Okay, which team is carrying the most torches for me? Let's get picky. And this time, let's rank 4 choices instead of 3. The worst fictional locations to suddenly find yourself transported to. Great news for monster enthusiasts. Your time is half up. For this round, you'll need to find the answers ranked 2, 3, and 4. Better luck next time. I'm so proud. Job. Wicked. Anybody got a like? You do. All 3 of them. Let's see who's rocking this cavern. The final survey. Time to find out who my new cave-dwelling neighbors will be. And this time you'll rank 5 choices. Between us, which roles in the 3rd grade pageant about the food chain are the real stars? How things change. The timer is half its previous size. Let's go. There are more answers to mine. For the final round, you'll need to pick from the bottom to the top. Pick the 8th option first, and then work your way to number 1. Tragic. Since you both whiffed on that, let me just help you out. Yikes! I thought you had that one. Here you go. feeding time. Keep in mind, the other team got it wrong, so a right answer here ends the game. Boom! You survived using the power of opinions. As promised, here's the way out. Aren't I a sweetheart? And if you were on the losing team, don't feel bad. Feel
Already logged in? Great. Drag your name into your paper and then pick your avatar. You think I'm just supposed to know who you are? Did you ask a question? I'm never listening. I picked a bad day to give up scrapbooking.
Welcome, potential hires. We're thrilled you applied for this exciting employment opportunity. If you haven't guessed, I'm the boss around here, but I like to think of myself more as a buddy. A boss buddy. Water? Someone will get that. I can tell you're all great candidates. Unfortunately, there's a whole bunch of you and only one job. It's incredibly stressful. For me! That's why I developed a revolutionary new hiring process. I'm going to interview you all at once and force you to judge each other. Whew, I feel more relaxed already. Deborah, clear my calendar. It's time to get to know our candidates. My first rule of management, always set clear expectations. And I expect us to be best friends. So let's get started. I'm gonna send some icebreaker questions to your device. Answer them any way you want. There are no rules. Except this one rule. You gotta use at least 5 words, okay? You gotta get descriptive so I know I can rely on you for juicy office gossip. It's my first rule of management.
finish your answer before time runs out.
All right, now we'll just file your answers. Now that we're all friends, I'm sending my first incisive interview questions to your device. But instead of typing your responses, you'll be using words from your fellow interviewees to answer the questions. Fun, right? Tap any word you see to add it to your response. If you make a mistake, tap the word again to remove it. You can also drag words around to rearrange them. Can't find the right words for what you want to say? Then quit complaining and say something else. The first rule of management is go with the flow.
Hey, let me out!
Hey, you. You're halfway through the timer. You should hurry, time's running out.
All right, business time. What does family mean to you? As the boss, I've got to be decisive, so I'm decisiving that you guys should pick. Go ahead and vote already. Cool. Using words from 3 different people is worth a bonus. What's the difference between a team player and a lone wolf?
Synergy.
What's a weakness of yours that could be seen as a strength?
Synergy.
Do you have any questions for us?
Synergy.
What's your typical work lunch?
Synergy.
Well done. Let's see who's on their way to the top. The biggest number is the best, if you ask me. Anyway, let's try a couple more icebreakers. Okay, you know the drill. You can answer however you want, but don't be stingy with the words. Hello? Of course they know they can join the audience by going to jackbox.tv and entering the room code on the screen. Who doesn't know that? Okay, love you too, Mom.
You should be halfway done now, okay? Time's almost up.
This is exactly what I hoped each of you would say. Round 2 of questioning. This time, I want to know how you would handle some tough workplace scenarios. Remember, you can use any word you see on your device in your answer. Try grabbing a word from the question itself. I bet whoever came up with this is pretty cool. It was me.
I'm here to inform you that you've used half your time. before time runs out.
Let's see what we've got here. You wake up feeling unwell, but you don't have any sick days left. What do you do? Cast your vote now. This round, every vote earns you even more points.
Synergy.
Everyone at work thinks your ideas are terrible. How do you respond? Brent won't stop interrupting you to show you viral videos of kittens. How do you respond? You've overslept after a night of extreme bowling. Your boss calls and demands to know why you're late. What do you tell them? If they filmed our office for a sitcom, what wacky hijinks could we expect from your character?
Synergy.
A good manager knows that people are more than just numbers. Still, the numbers are the main thing, so let's see them. I'll be sending you a short survey about this interview after we finish up. Feel free to be brutal. I don't read them. Now, how about one last icebreaker? Don't overthink it. Just put down whatever enters your mind. Unless you're thinking about sharks and their cold, dead eyes.
Time is up.
Wow, I'm learning a lot from these, including things I legally shouldn't know. Okay, it's the final round, and it appears we're missing something. Your resumes. Probably my fault. I tried to print them out, but Greg was printing his screenplay. But you know what? I don't need resumes. Just finish the personal statement that's already started on your device. And hey, don't screw it up.
We're about halfway through the timer. Yeah, you're almost out of time.
Oh, I can't wait to see these. Choose your favorite now. It's the last round, and the board has approved a generous bonus to your score. We've got an odd number of candidates, so I'm putting our top 3 together. That's it! You're all fine candidates. Except maybe you. Anyway, only one of you's getting hired. The job goes to... Congratulations! You're our new fiscal producer of Rock Bottom Lines. Welcome to the team! Oh, and Michael, you're fired. Really?
Life is short, but the days are long. Never thought you'd be...
Read the room code. My pleasure. EBNL.
Thank you for your support. For the crown.
That's fine.
You may bow.
Not long ago, on a night thick with wicked intentions, there was a gathering of the world's most ingenious detectives, who, if you can believe it, were also the world's most cunning murderers. They had devised a unique competition where they earned points for solving crimes and points for committing them. Each detective had a stash of 2 murder weapons. Look at the prompt on your device to see the first one you'll draw. But be careful. As a murderer, you also have a calling card, a letter from your own name that you must include in your drawings. Do your best to hide the letter as part of the image, like so. If your calling card is too obvious, your fellow detectives may spot it and trace the weapon back to you. Draw 2 weapons and hide your calling card now. By the way, if you've played before, you can turn off tutorials in the settings menu. I promise not to take it personally. If you're still on your first weapon, it's about time to move on to your second. Your time's nearly up.
There you are. See to
Each
it.
detective was aided by a secret accomplice disguised as a fellow party guest. Use your device to give your guest a name. Any ridiculous
As you
alias
were.
will do, but don't leave any clues to your own identity.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. And not a moment too soon.
Everyone, your attention please. Please welcome our honorees for the evening, the world's greatest detectives.
Such enthusiasm. It's a shame you're going to spoil his party.
I'm your host, Lord Tippett. Thank you for attending my humble soiree. Oh, you brought gifts. You can set them down anywhere.
Looks like one of your drawings is out in the open, just as well. These gifts represent every type of weapon you'll see this evening, and no detective draws the same weapon twice.
Oh, and we mustn't forget to welcome your esteemed guests. Wonderful. Now, let's just... Good heavens! A blackout? I'm much too rich for this sort of inconvenience. At least with you all around, we can be sure there won't be any foul play.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. Time for the fun part. Choose a guest to murder on your device. Then guess which detective brought them to the ball. Use your knowledge of what your fellow detectives may have written, or simply take a stab in the dark. If you're the first to figure out who brought a guest, your murder is successful, but your weapon will be left behind as evidence. And be quick, the lights could come back on any second.
Bennington, go check on my teacup pigs. At last, let's resume the festivities, and what in snails? 4 of our guests have been murdered.
Each murder earns the perpetrator a secret point. And the longer you get away with it, the more you can earn.
Well, at least we have the world's greatest detectives here to solve these crimes. To my amateur detective board. Aha! We've found the murder weapons. Let's start by focusing on just 2 of these dastardly implements. By examining the bodies, we can tell how many dreadful attempts were made on each guest's life.
And if you brought one of these guests, each of those attempts earns you points.
This is strange. If I didn't know better, I'd say these weapons are the same as some of the gifts you all brought.
Imagine that.
Unfortunately, we really only have time to solve one of these cases.
That means the other murderer will get away, for now.
Examine the evidence and talk through your theories. Choose the case you have the best chance of solving.
Aha! Make haste.
Come on.
Aha! Shake a leg.
Let's continue.
All right, this is the case we're going to crack. You there. Since you brought this guest, I'm letting you borrow my lucky magnifying glass. Use your device to move it over the evidence for a closer look. Now, everyone hurry and vote for who murdered this guest.
Well then. Come now.
Don't be afraid to collaborate with your
this?
fellow
Ow.
detectives. There's no I in investigation.
Very well.
My, my.
Oh, come on.
Toddle. Interesting.
A hung jury? We can't convict anyone without a majority vote. Get it together and vote next time. My party depends on it. There's one last pair of murders to investigate. I wish there was something I could do for those of you who brought these guests.
I'm sure there's something I can do.
All right, detectives, you know the drill.
And if you're a murderer, deflect suspicion onto the other case. Your life depends on it, or at least your sterling reputation.
Yes, yes.
Let's see at once. Move your feet.
I see. Fascinating.
Since you brought this guest, you get control of the magnifying glass. Can I be honest? I trust you the most. I wish I had any idea who the murderer is.
Well, we can eliminate one suspect. Their drawing for this weapon is right in front of us.
My. What's this?
Don't waste my time.
Come on.
Oh, yes. We're waiting.
Perhaps. I see.
You claim one of your fellow detectives is the killer? Fess up, detective. Are you innocent or guilty of this crime?
No.
Oh, whoopsie-doo. Still, if any of you did vote for the actual guilty party, I'll see to it you're rewarded with points at the end of the night.
And as for our escaped murderer, keep lying low and there'll be even more points in your future.
As for the murders we didn't get to, I promise we'll get to it later. Now, don't let...